Comrade Minister, congratulations on your new appointment as Fisheries Minister. To start off, how do you feel being appointed as Fisheries Minister?
Thank you, Genoveni, for congratulating me. Yes, no, I still feel flabbergasted, what is the word they use, but I feel very honored that the President have enough trust in me to let me lead such a huge ministry as the Ministry of Fisheries. It's a ministry, that means a lot for the economy of our country. And yes, I did not resume office yet, but I was appointed as of yesterday, so I am basically on my way there. I'm still here at Ministry of Urban Rural Development now, and I will be moving there very soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Another question that we have is, one thing that stands out from your appointment is your links to Omwalo and the other fishing company, one of the fishing companies that are beneficiaries to the fishing quota. Some people will then ask, are you compromised?
Thank you for that question. I can mention to you that this has been arrived in social media when the Fishrot came out. When it was, I think the Namibian brought it out, the Fishrot. And my name was also mentioned by virtue of being part of Omalo, but I am not a director of Omalo. I was never a director of Omalo. I was a director of a company called Alue, or Aluche. And that company was one of the 5 companies that formed together Omalo. I was a director of that company. And when this Fishrot issue came out, and my name is coupled to it, I see, but it's not good for me. And I resigned immediately from that company, Alue, that was part of the Omalo. Now, to give you some more background about how I become a director in Alue, me and some friends of mine in Walvis Bay, we decided that we need to apply also for fishing rights as any other Namibian. Because at that time I was a councillor in the Walvis Bay Local Authority, and some friends of mine come together and we established a company. And then we say, but since we are comrades, let's get our elders, veterans involved. And by virtue of getting the veterans involved, we formed a trust, the KKU Endowment Trust. And that trust was then part of Alue. And Alue was the one that applied for the fishing right. And Alue was successful to get the fishing right. By virtue of Alue get the fishing right, then Alue was then put in partnership with Omalo. But I resigned from Alue as a director there because I felt my position at that time, it was not good. And after resigning from Alue, then I was appointed now by the President as a Minister of Fisheries. Immediately when I get that appointment by the President, I realized, but I am still involved with KKNU Endowment Trust, which is linked to Alue. And with immediate effect of 21st of March, I resigned from to be a trustee of the trust, and also as the company KKNU Pty Limited, I resigned from that company, also effected 21st of April. So as I sit here as a Minister of Fisheries, I don't have any interest in any fishing company, and I don't have any company that I support or anything. I am just, as I say, I was involved in KKNU, and KKNU was a company that wanted to trade and do other business, like get involved in warehousing, in building maybe houses and that type of issues. But it didn't go that far, and they got involved with the trust, and the trust then were then involved in fishing. But now I have parted my ways with them, and I am no more part of them, and so on. So from here, I'm moving to the Ministry of Fisheries. I did not yet assume office there, and I'm going to assume my office. And I am not involved in any fishing company, as I said here. And that's why I am fully not compromised in any way. Thank you.
Okay. One of the concerns that have been raised, by the public at the moment is there are worries that you are going to favor your previous business partners in Omalo and others, or there are also concerns that you might try and basically try not to clean up as hard as you can, because the former minister was one of the person who was dishing out quotas to your company. To that, what do you say?
Thanks for that question, Shinogane. First of all, as I've told you, and you can see, being a partner of KKNU, which is down here, I was not really much involved in Omalo as such, and the operations of Omalo or anything. And being appointed in this position now, currently, and being parted ways of my former company, KKNU, there is no way I can favor them about anybody else, or any of the former companies or people that you allude to. Because you see, I think the president saw something in me, and that's why he appointed me in this ministry. And being in this ministry, I will be led by professional people that will guide me and also advise me on any matters where any allocations or whatever need to be done. And there's no way, the person I am, that I can favor anybody above anybody else. I will try my utmost to be as fair as possible and to be transparent as possible, because transparency is very important in this ministry. And I think there was a lack maybe of transparency. That's why this ministry's reputation is a bit not good now. And one of the issues I want to do is really to try to enhance the reputation of this ministry and make people believe again in this ministry and in this industry of fishing. And that is very important for me. And by wanting to do that, if I am going to stand with dubious things, I'm just going to tarnish the name of this ministry even more. And that is not what we want. And that's why I believe my president picked me to come and to lift this ministry and to bring it to bigger heights. And coming from a Ministry of Urban and Rural Development, where we really try to better lives of people and to lift the hope for our people in this Ministry of Urban and Rural Development, where I'm still sitting now. And I love this ministry, and I love my people, and I love to work with people. And where I'm moving now, I don't know really what's expecting from me there, but I will learn, and I will learn from the policies that are in place there. And I will try my utmost to do the best of my ability while I am there. But I can tell you today, I will not favor companies. That's not why I'm sending there. And I've cut my ties, as I say. And there are many players in that industry. And I need to work with all that players and not with individual players. That is my comment. I hope you are satisfied with that answer, Emmanuel. Thank you.
Yeah. One of the things that the former minister had done was, for instance, trying to clear up some of the things, not everything, in terms of, like, for instance, the partnership between Fishcor and Seaflower Pelagic, which is currently part of the court, but the minister has been insisting on cancelling it because they felt that it's not in the best interest. Overall, in terms of, as you start your job, what are you, in terms of looking into what the former minister did and the way moving forward?
Once again, thanks, Emmanuel. You see, my former minister, Dr. Gavana, you know, he really tried. And he did some good work, I believe. Especially if you look at the unemployed fishermen, you know, that was really a crisis for us in the country, and especially in Walvis Bay. He tried his utmost best to get that people re-employed. And as I said here today, before even going into the ministry, I know that most of that fishermen, they are employed already in different fishing companies. There are still some left, and that will be a challenge for me to get those also employed. And also the former minister, he really tried. He really tried his best in many things. Like, for example, the rights allocations of new applications. He did that, and I think he got UNAM involved with that, and he did it quite transparently and clearly, and I'm very happy that the fishermen and that one is already done now that I came in. What I can do when I'm going to enter the ministry is just going to work further on what he has started and work closely with him to understand better, and from there we'll take it further in that ministry of ours, Ministry of Fisheries.